the Viva Podcast. Yay! So I have my beautiful friend, Jennifer. How are you, Jennifer?
I am fabulous. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yay! Thank you for being here. First off, I gotta give shout out to your cute glasses. Really, really cute. I love it.
Thank you. They've become a signature piece.
I can see that. I know today's like post Thanksgiving. What did you do for Thanksgiving yesterday?
So, yesterday it was me, my four boys, and my mom got together at my mom's house.
Oh wow. Did you cook? How like what was the whole experience like?
It's so interesting. I wrote a post about it late last night because we didn't have turkey, we didn't have stuffing. Um, Only one of my kids eats turkey. So, it was kind of like an
Oh.
interesting smorgasbord where we all made something.
Mm.
So there was banana bread and zucchini bread, and my one son made bacon, and then there was ham,
Oh fuck
jello.
yeah.
So, like, again, somebody had a grilled cheese sandwich. I mean, but it was so much fun. Like, we also we played a board game. My
Fuck yeah.
mom actually went out and bought a game that we've played before that one of our cousins have. And what's hilarious is the front of the box said After Dark, and she thought it was glow in the dark. She's like, I got this glow in the dark game. It's really cool. And then my son goes to open it and he goes, this says After Dark. This is the adult version. So there were some adult questions. Some we
Ooh.
skipped over, right? Which, I mean, we're all, 16 to 73, right? So, I
Right.
mean, it wasn't like it was a 5-year-old. So, but yeah.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
Oh my God, it was hilarious, right? And then, like, when your grandmother says something about sex, right? Like in a game,
Right.
your mother too, right? Like it's just dying laughing. I mean, it's
Oh
hilarious.
fuck
So
yeah. I
yeah.
wanted to ask you what's the most hilarious question that popped up during the game that everybody was like, oh, holy shit.
Um, it was it wasn't a I don't want to say it wasn't a question. It was like the alphabet. So you had to
Okay.
like name things that came from the question,
Mm.
and one of the biggest ones I think was it was something about pornography, like different
Okay.
types of categories. I don't
Okay.
know what you call them. And we were in like a double round, and I think I said pussy shots and jello shots. And my son was just dying laughing. He's like, what did she just
To
say?
say.
like, like, I don't know. Like, the J was next to the P, and I didn't know what to say. I don't know the categories of pornos and, whatnot. Hilarious fun, right? I mean,
Oh, oh fuck yeah. Okay, now that sounds like fun in you guys' ways. And I really love the fact that, you can speak about stuff like that with your kids and there's
yeah,
really no shame or taboo around it. It's very refreshing to hear because
yeah,
most of us we try to there's a lot of shame and there's a lot of suppression around the subject. So thank you so much for just like being open to just make it like a normal topic to talk about.
sure. I laugh because there's this guy, I can't remember his name. I'll have to text it to you afterwards. But he likes to take like songs and make a parody out of it, right? So he created this one episode where his daughter, when she was like 5 or 6 years old, wrote a song about their pussycat. Or she wrote a poem about the pussycat
Okay.
and read it in front of the entire school. And of course, she's 5 or 6 years old. And it was called My Pussy.
Oh wow.
Um, and he took it and made a song out of it. So here he is going,
Whoa.
okay, my daughter sang this in front of the entire school, and it starts out with my pussy. And he's like, oh
Whoa.
shit.
Oh shit.
Taps his wife on the shoulder and goes, I think we gotta go. And she's like, why? He goes, did you just hear? The refrain is my pussy. Like, she's gonna say it again. Like, we gotta get out of here. And she goes, we can't, because if we leave, she'll be embarrassed. He goes,
Yeah.
shit, so we're gonna be embarrassed.
Yeah.
So the song is super cute. And then at the end of it, he's like, yeah, he goes, and then we leave, and you get all sorts of eyes staring at you. And people like, you know, you really should read your daughter's poetry before you let her say it in front of the entire school. Right? And then there was the one guy who came up and was like, dude, man, sounds like you got a fun family.
Yeah, yeah. I think the fun part, right? Yeah, yeah. Fun family,
You know,
right?
but seriously, in the world today, right, you've got those dichotomies about everything, whether
Right.
you shouldn't talk about this is taboo, it's not professional, it's not moral, whatever, and then it's just have fun,
I
let
think that's
loose,
yeah,
relax,
yeah.
enjoy life.
Yeah, that part. Yeah. And that doesn't alienate one perspective, it doesn't mean one is more true than the other. It just is. It depends on what perspective you're looking at that particular topic from. And it's for me, and I like the fact that, you guys make it fun in your own way.
Sure.
And I feel like, yes, sex has also been a topic where it can go very extreme, can also go very, this is not holy and stuff. But I think staying in the
Hmm.
middle, like the middle, like, okay, I'm aware it can be extreme, and I'm aware it can be fun, but it just is like whatever, shows up, I'm just gonna go with the flow of whatever shows up, right? And thank you for, bringing that up. But most importantly, thank you for making it fun. I'm making it human. I think that's
Yeah.
where I'm getting it. The human part of it is what I'm thinking
Yeah.
about.
It, it
Yeah.
it is the human part. Like I was actually talking with a man that I met a couple of weeks ago, and he does a lot with therapists. And when I was talking about what I did, he's like, we really need more people to be talking openly about human sexuality.
Yeah.
And it was great to talk with another person who gets it, right?
Yeah.
Because I think that majority of the world doesn't get it and everything is taboo. But when you can surround yourself with other people that know the power of the topic and can create opportunities and spaces for it to feel safe, to then bring it to more people for it to be safe.
Yeah.
That is huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You pointed out something that was very profound. About, I think it's not like most of us don't get it. I feel like we want to feel safe first and not
Mm.
shamed for it, so we can talk about it without no repercussions, or feeling some type of way. So I think what the work you're doing is really super beautiful, because the intentionality with creating a safe space to talk about sex as a human being, not
Right.
not making this diabolical stuff, not, we get it, there's sexual traumas that happen, but also just let's start with the human part first and kind of go from there. And if we hear more of us like feel safe, talking about it, I think more of us will be able to shed off the shame that we've been carrying for so long around it. So thank you for the work you do. I think that's what I was
Thank you.
trying. Thank you. Thank you. That leads me to my next question. Since you're talking about being human, from your perspective, Jennifer, what does freedom mean to you?
Um, freedom truly is feeling safe to show up as who you are. It's letting go of the judgment, the shame, the guilt. Also being able to not only say whatever you want, but to do whatever you want, spend money on whatever you want, right? There's that freedom from a financial freedom, right? There's emotional freedom. there's like all different types of the way that you can think about it, but having no shame or guilt around any desire that comes up for you, I guess would say. I'd say that desire is meant to call us forward. And when we can allow ourselves to say yes to the desire, right? That's that ultimate freedom to say and do whatever it is that our soul wants us to do, right? Not from the ego perspective, but more from the wholeness of who we are.
Mm. Thank you. That was profoundly beautiful. Thank you. I want us to play like a little fun game. So Jennifer and Wanu are in a room right now, and we hear a knock on the door. And guess who walks in? 5-year-old Jennifer walks up to you. What would you tell her?
Gosh, I guess I would tell her to always keep dancing, to keep playing, um, to, gosh, I just think about little kids. They say whatever's on their mind. They don't, they don't filter.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird because it's like you don't want to hurt someone else's feelings, so you don't say something. However, a 5-year-old girl isn't trying to filter. She's just being honest. And even if she says your your thing looks ugly, like she's really saying it from a truth, an authentic perspective, right?
Yeah.
So it's when you're saying something out of love and truth, right? It doesn't come across as like hurtful, right? Because the
Yeah.
person the person who's saying
Mm.
it doesn't have a boundary up. They don't have
Mm.
this I'm trying to say the right thing. They're saying it out of love. Now the other person may be triggered because it hits a wound, but
Mm.
the person's actually mirroring back their authenticity. So they're going to feel it
Mm.
energetically different when you're not trying to say the right thing.
Yes. I think I really thank you when you're not trying to say the right thing.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, right or wrong is all perspective based, right? What is right to you might be wrong to me, and what is wrong to you might be right. It's all relative. Like we all have this perception or point of view, and it's not like it filters. How I always try to add to this conversation is like we're all looking at the sun. We all call it the sun, but it's from different points of view. Like that doesn't mean where you're looking at the sun from is wrong. It's just you're just looking at the sun from this angle, and I'm looking at the sun
Yeah.
from this angle. It's still the sun at the end of the day, right? And it doesn't dismiss your point of view or my point of view.
Hmm.
But it's just I love that remembrance of just saying what's on your mind without just really holding back. And I think that's where true freedom lies. So thank you. That leads me to my next question. From your perspective, because I really like hearing people's perspective because I truly believe there's no right or wrong. How do you see inner peace and boundless joy?
Inner peace and boundless joy. I mean, I would have to say that inner peace is, I would say it's hard to describe. It's hard to describe, but it's just a feeling and a knowing.
Mm.
And I'll use an example. I don't know if you saw my one post that when I was in Mexico, all my jewelry was stolen.
Oh no, please tell the story.
Yeah. So um, basically, I'll try to give the short version. We actually went and we did a trusting the masculine experience, and we climbed this temple, and I actually laid on the cliff of this temple, and had two men holding me down while I literally laid back and laid off the edge of the temple. At the same time, I was wearing one of my moonstone necklace, which to me represents femininity at its core. We were at the temple of the moon, right? Like beautiful energy, etc. And so basically, that was one of the pieces that was stolen. Um, and I'll tell you why I'm sharing this part of the story. But all of my jewelry, like I brought all of my precious crystals and stones to Mexico because we were going to places where there was sacred vortexes of energy
Oh,
to
okay.
charge the crystals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every single piece was stolen from me.
Mm.
And when I came home, I looked in my bag. I was like, I think my jewelry's gone. Like that's so bizarre. And
Oh.
then I realized it, and I was like, shit, somebody stole all my jewelry. And then I realized all the pieces, like it wasn't just the
Mm.
moonstone, it was all of these other pieces. And I remember just sitting there being in anguish and sadness of they stole my jewelry and everything that meant the feminine to me,
Mm.
right? And I'm like, okay, God, why did this happen? Like,
Mm-hmm.
clearly everything happens for a reason. There was an upgrade of energy, it was an energy vortex. I'm like, what is the reason for this? And that's where the sense of peace came in. It was all of those beautiful jewels were expressions outside of me.
Mm.
And yes, they were taken away. However, the expression of who I am as the feminine was already within. And when I think about being on that cliff, the man actually, there was a man who took his hand on my sternum with where the moonstone was. And I could literally feel the divine energy just being amplified in me.
Mm.
So it was this essence of feeling like both feelings at the same time, like this sadness and processing, but yet this crazy sense of peace that like I can't describe. I've had people ask me like, "How did you get to there?" I'm like,
Mm.
I can't tell you do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
I can just say I felt this peace and this inner knowing that was in my body to say, I don't need the external validation any longer. Yes, they're beautiful pieces. And I miss the pieces, but what they represented is all inside of me.
Yes.
So again, it's that until you experience something like that, it's hard for people to understand what that feels like. It's not just, oh, I'm going to sit back and I feel this peace. Right? I mean, when you've experienced it and you know it. And it happens multiple times. It's not like you
Mm-hmm.
feel peace once and
Mm-hmm.
then it's always like there. It's always available,
Yeah.
but you can call to it when you come back to love
Yeah.
and release the armor, whatever the armor was, right? And I think it's the embracing of even that lesson. And I almost think too when it's something that is so profoundly ingrained in our identity,
Mm.
right? And then you can shift to that piece. That's huge. So, yeah, that's my explanation.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Thank you for
felt
letting me share.
I felt I resonated with it, but I felt the truth in every word you said. So thank you for sharing. Um, that actually leads me to my last question. Actually, no, my second to the last question. Um, how does Jennifer, how does compassion and kindness show up in Jennifer's life, and how does that ripple to the people around you?
Yeah. So I think that kindness and compassion start with ourselves first.
Yeah.
And really embracing self love. And I hate using the term self love because it's so overused, but it's the being kind and soft to ourselves.
Mhm.
I think too often, and I've done this in my own life too, of wanting to achieve more, accomplish more, and then question, why am I not there yet? Why has this not happened yet? That type of thing.
Yeah.
And and I'm just reading your shirt, right? It's having that compassion and kindness for ourselves in both mind and body.
Yeah.
Because I think that sometimes we can say things kind to ourselves, but yet we're mean to our bodies or we're not kind to our bodies. Or on the flip side, you can have a relationship with your body and be kind to your body, but your mind still
Mhm.
is always not kind to yourself. So it's that combination of when you can be kind and compassionate and loving to yourself
Yeah.
that not only can you feel it, but others can feel it because it's an energetic thing. It's not about what you say or do.
Yeah.
It's about the energy that shows up underneath it.
The energy. Yeah. Leads me to my last question. We all have like peaks and valley moments in our lives, right? Like a wave. And when Jennifer has a valley moment, do you have any quotes? Do you have anything that you do that, helps you get through the storm?
Yeah. Um, well, the latest mantra that I use to move me through the storm is the phrase "I am the sky,"
Mm.
and I won't get into all of it because we'll be here for longer than we need to be. But here's something I literally just recently did.
Oh shit. Fuck
I'll tell you
yeah.
more about that. But that has grounded me for the last 7 months or so
Wow.
since that has come into my energy field. And
Mm.
knowing that I'm not the breadwinner, I'm not the provider, I'm not the mama bird. I'm not just the mama bird. I'm the sky. I am that power and presence of God. And that phrase has become my mantra, my anchor. And maybe I'll write a song about it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really fucking appreciate you. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your presence. But most importantly, thank you for being human. I think that was like the greatest piece for me. Thank you for being human, Jennifer. Thank you for being here. And for every other beautiful human listening to this, when it gets dark, when it gets confusing, come back to compassion and kindness for yourself.